Nikki, Lincoln, Aaron, and myself, Dave, are gonna go all aboard for Trains, a game for 2 to 4 players, designed by Hisashi Hayashi. It is published by AEG, so let's get to it.
Hey Dave.
Yes, Lincoln?
Will you teach us Trains?
Indeed I will. Trains is a game where we each have our own little train line company. We're going to start with one on the board. We're going to use cards from our hand to sort of expand our line on the board. We're basically trying to get the most victory points by the end of the game. All right? There are various ways to get victory points by placing in cities or what are these?
Remote locations.
Remote locations, thank you. There's also, some of these cards will have points. The system for how we play the cards in Trains is familiar to anyone who has played Dominion, because we are going to start with a hand of 10 cards, 7 of these normal trains, 2 lay rails cards, and 1 station expansion card. And we're going to shuffle these 10 cards up. We're going to draw 5, and on your turn, you basically play the 5 cards from your hand, either taking actions and or spending money to buy more cards that you add to your deck. Those, when you buy them, go in your discard pile. You shuffle the remaining cards you have, draw 5. You're basically going to shuffle and draw 5 every turn.
All right.
When your discard pile runs out, when your draw pile runs out, you reshuffle your discard pile and draw it again. As I said, it's anyone who plays Dominion is familiar with how that works. So let's talk about the cards. So these 7 normal train cards are essentially $1.
Is that the number in the red?
Yes, the way a card works is that this is the money that you get. No, number in the on the upper left, not red, in the sort of off-white. This is how much money you get to spend that turn when you have that card in your hand. This is the cost of that card. There are no more of these to buy, but if we could, they would cost 1. And then this below here, there's nothing on that, but say this has something. These are like the actions that happen on the card. So let me explain the cards we start with. The normal train, as I said, is $1. It's basically just $1 that you use to buy more stuff or to expand your route on the board. Lay rails, the green cards, any card that has this little track symbol on it, allows you to add 1 track on the board to your rail line, okay? Adding track, let's say I'm here. Let's say Adding track to the board works like this. You have to build off of where you previously are. You don't have to build in a line, obviously. If I'm here and like this, I could build here, 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 here. Does it make sense? And you pay the cost when you build something from the money you also have in your hand. The plane spaces are free. So if I were here and I wanted to build there, that would cost me nothing, okay? The river spaces, say I'm here instead, the river spaces is $1. The mountain spaces, that's what these trees are, that's $2. Going into a city costs $1, okay? And then there are additional costs for other pieces of wood that are on that square you're going into. So if I wanted to go into this space where Nikki is, it would be free, plus it would cost me $1 for every other player in that space, and I would have to take a waste because there's a player in that space. The waste cards I haven't explained, but and I'll get to them in a second. Similarly, if I haven't explained this either, I'm jumping ahead, but if there was a station in this city and I wanted to build into there, it would be $1 for the city plus $1 for each station in that city. So this would cost me 2 to go in, and if this had 2 stations in it, it would cost me 3 to go in, okay? And if Nikki was also in there, then it would cost me 4 to go in, and I would take a waste because another player is in the spot where I'm at. Does that make sense?
Very much. It sounds like Vinci movement.
A little bit.
Like Vinci attacks.
Oh, I see, like Vinci attacks.
Yeah.
No, there's actually a lot of train games that sort of have that paying for terrain and paying for other people's space.
Right.
This card, actually, let me go back to lay rails. So this will allow you to do 1 rail laying, which you will pay for, and doing that, you must take a waste. So the waste deck is huge, and the waste, as the name implies, do nothing. They just gum up your hand. So when you buy a waste, it goes in your discard pile, and it's just a card you now shuffle in. All right? So it gets you no money. You're not allowed to buy them.
You just said buy, so.
No, you can't buy them.
Yeah. When you get a waste.
You get a waste, correct. You gain one.
Right.
So just playing this card will get you the waste. Same thing for this station expansion. Station expansion is how these come on the board. So these cities that are on the board can take as many stations as pictured, which is to say 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Kyoto and Kobe can take 3. Okay? The cities that you're in at the end of the game are worth 0 plus 2 points if it has a single station, 4 points if it has 2, and 8 points if it has 3. Okay? And the way you added a station to that is by playing this station expansion card, of which we all start with 1. Playing this card just allows you to place one of these anywhere on the board at any station. Doesn't have to be one you're in. And you take a waste for playing that card. Okay? You are never required to take these actions if these cards are in your hand. I'm going to explain all these other cards that we're going to buy to expand our deck. Same thing applies to all of these cards. You never have to do the action on the card. All right? If you decide to take the action on the card, then you have to do everything on the card. But you're not forced to take the action. All right? So these are the 10 basic cards we have. If after you play, let's say I played a lay rails, and let's say I had that plus these 4 normal trains, so I would have $4 to spend that turn, which would mean if I expanded to the planes, which were free, I would have $4 to then buy cards over here. But if I went, say, to these mountains, that would cost me 2 of these, so I now have only $2 to spend over here. All right? You will most likely be spending your money to buy these cards. The way these cards work is that every game has these 4, those 3, and waste. And then the next 8, so there's 16 of these cards a game, are random. They give you this deck of randomizers. There's 30 cards in this deck, but you're only ever going to play 8 per game. All right? We've already set some up. So let me talk about what these are. The top cards, the yellow ones, are straight up victory points. They're like the estates or the duchies in Dominion. And every time you buy one, so the little stars here on the bottom, those are victory points. Whenever time you see a star in the game, it's victory points. That's the victory points, 1, 2, and 4 at the end of the game. They cost 3, 5, and 8. And just buying them also gets you a waste in your deck.
And it's in your deck.
It goes to your discard pile and it becomes shuffled in. Yes, those also gum up your deck because they're just points. Right. Let's look at then the 8 random cards that we got for this game. The 4 of them are red cards. Red cards are action cards. Blue cards are the trains, which we have, and green cards are the buildy ones. The cards are sort of color-coded, which is nice. Landfill is one that the game suggests you use the first time you play, so we put it in. It costs 2, and if you have this card in your hand, you get to return all of your waste cards from your hand back to the waste deck.
That are in your hand, not in
Correct,
your deck.
just in your hand. All right?
I'm going to need one of those.
It doesn't get you any money or anything, but it gets waste out of your hand. There's another way to get waste out of your hand, and I'll tell you in a second. Pulling for 3, you get to take a train card. This little symbol means train card, and the train cards that you'll see have that little train icon on them, from your discard pile and placed in your hand. So the only time that card would suck is if it's at the very beginning of a shuffle, in which you have no discards. Garage, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. So you get to go through your deck, you don't increase your hand size, but the garage is also worth 1. Okay? Mail train. So there's a train, it costs 4, it gets you 1, and you may discard any number of cards from your hand and gain $1 for each one. So that's a way to also, you don't get it out of your, this returns waste to the deck. This allows you to discard waste from your hand and get $1 for it.
But it just goes into your pile.
Correct. And that could be any card. You can also discard victory point cards or any cards you want, but you get $1 for it. The early train for $5, it's worth 2. It's a little more expensive than the express train, but that's because on this action, any cards that you buy that turn that you have the express train go on top of your deck, not in your discard pile. So they come immediately into play. This little clock symbol on cards means for the duration of your turn. All right? And that will become important when I get down to here. The maintenance factory, you can reveal a train card from your hand and gain another one identical to it if there's still any in the deck. All right? When you gain that, it doesn't go in your hand. It still goes in your discard pile. Collaboration. This is another way for you to lay rails, much like your lay rails card. And again, you may lay 1 on the board and you take a waste for doing it, but the extra cost for laying rails where other players have tracks is nullified. So if I were to play collaboration and I wanted to build into this city where Nikki is, it would cost me 1 for the city, 1 for this station, but I would not have to pay 1 for Nikki being there because of collaboration, nor would I take a waste because this also negates that. And this is what I meant by this little clock on there being for my entire turn. If one of my other 5 cards in my hand was this lay rails, and let's say Nikki was here, I could play this card and go here for free. The planes are free. The additional cost of Nikki being there is still nullified by this card, even though I'm not playing this card to lay that rail. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anything with a little time clock is for the entirety of the turn you are taking. And Aaron, let me have a... Yep.
And you also don't take trash.
I do take a trash from the card itself,
Oh, okay.
but not the extra one I would take because you're there.
All right.
And I didn't clarify this before, so let me do that. If Aaron was there and I didn't have any special cards, me going in there would be free for the planes, plus 1 for Nikki, plus 1 for Aaron. So that would cost me 2, but you only take 1 waste. It's not a waste per player. It's just a waste because there are other players in that spot with you. Does that make sense?
So it's the one it's the one base waste from playing the card,
Right.
plus 1 more because there's other people there.
Correct. But
Not 1 per extra person.
correct.
Okay.
It's $1 per person, but you only take 1 extra waste.
Got it.
Okay? All right, so that's what collaboration does. And that's $5. And for $5, you can buy the tunnel. The tunnel is similar. It allows you to lay 1 track, and you take a waste for doing that. But for this one, the extra cost for going through mountains is nullified. So that would allow me to basically go here for free. It would normally cost me 2. All right? And again, if I had this lay rails card, I could do that also for free.
Because it lasts your whole turn.
Correct. All right?
But you take a waste on that one?
You always take a waste
If it shows it.
from the card, correct.
Okay.
The way the rules say to play the cards are to play them from top down. So play your track, take your waste, and then apply your effects, essentially.
Okay.
All right? There is another way to get rid of waste, which is on your turn you have your 5 cards. If you want to play none of your cards, you don't want to play your action cards, you don't want to play your money, or you don't have enough money or whatever, or you just choose to, you can pass and basically take no turn, but in doing that, you may take all the waste from your hand and return it to the deck. All right? It's a move that you will rarely do with 1 or 2 waste in your hand, though you can. It's a move that you will very seriously consider when you have 3 waste in your hand. And it is not uncommon, although this game has both landfill and mail train. So, but I've played this a couple of times without any cards that indicate waste, and it is not uncommon in those games where a complete round of all players' turns is like pass, discard, pass, discard, pass, discard, pass, discard, just because everybody happens to draw a bunch of crappy waste. Okay, the game ends in one of 3 ways. When 4 of these piles are depleted, that includes the waste pile, even though it's over there for just cosmetic reasons. That's one way the game ends. Another way the game ends is if any single player places all of their rail cubes on the board. And then the third way a game can end is if all of the station markers get played. And again, another station marker can never be played in this city. It has a limit of 1. I didn't explain, but these black stripe, yellow things are barriers. This does not connect to this. This separates that. I also didn't explain when you go into a remote location, you pay that number in dollars. So for me to go from here to here, cost me 3.
And now does it cost you 4?
And now it would cost me 4 and a waste because you're in there. Because you're in there. An extra waste from you, correct. These will score their straight up victory points at the end of the game. So this is worth, if Aaron and I are both there, we'll each score 3 points for being there at the end of the game. This is worth 2, as I said. The cities are worth however many stations they have in them. And the victory points that you have on your cards, none of these have them, right? No. Some of the random cards come with victory points. So just those, and whoever scores the most points wins.
Cool.
All right.
So it's not equal number of turns. The game can just end based on one of those 3 things.
Okay.
When that happens, that is the last turn. That player's turn is the last turn.
You don't. Okay.
And the rules, I believe, say whoever rode a train last
My goodness.
is the start player. I can't even remember the last time I was on a train, even a subway train.
Well, we've traveled in Europe last year,
All right. So
and that was fun.
Yeah, right.
So one of you guys then. Why don't you just start, Nikki?
Yeah.
Me.
So-
No, wait, who got off the train last?
Probably Nikki.
Yeah,
I'm usually
try
running to
handing
get
me
baggage.
my bag
Yeah.
from the
I'm the porter. I'm the porter on every one of those trips.
Yeah, you are. Well, it's a big gap between train and platform.
Yeah, that one was a mess because that was the one we got off at another station, then had to take buses to the rest of the trip.
So here's how starting works. We're allowed to look at our first 5 cards. Nikki, you're going to be a start player. So you're going to start by placing a cube anywhere on the board, except you cannot start in a remote location, and you cannot start in the sea. For what it's worth, I didn't say it, but you can never build in the water.
There is no channel card?
No.
No channel.
Maybe that's the expansion. There
there a
is an
waste?
expansion set coming up, but
There should be a waste card
there is. They're right there.
to dump into the ocean.
Oh, that's just evil. So Nikki's going to place, then Lincoln, then Aaron, then myself, and the further restrictions on us is you cannot place where someone has already placed.
But we can place anywhere, including in cities?
Yes, you can start in a city, you can start, again, that's why looking at your hand, if you have a station expansion card in your hand, for example, and you start and not your lay rails, then you might want to start in a city because you can expand it right away. If you don't, if you just have $5, then, but you can start anywhere. You could start here if you wanted to. That would save you $2 from going into that mountain later if that's what you wanted to do.
Okay,
Anywhere you want.
so first round is
First round is just, this is a special starty place round.
put a thing in the stuff.
All right, Lincoln?
Oh, that's where I was going to go.
Oh wait,
Look at all of us.
I think I misunderstood a card already.
All right, what do you want to know?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, now's the time.
I want to start in here. Or-
If you don't have a lay rails and you only have a station expansion and you want to play it, then yes, you want to
Okay.
be in a city.
Go for it.
Can I change
Yeah,
Yeah.
there?
Okay.
I'm staying there.
I'm going to start in a city. I'm going to go, put me on the mountains between Kobe and Takakamashimaka, whatever that is.
Takarazuka?
Yes.
Takarazuka?
Okay.
All right.
Now it's Nikki's turn.
Nikki starts.
Hello, I would like to.
Train leaving the station. I'm gonna make
I
a
don't think it'd make a chug noise.
No,
Trains.
yeah, these are very quiet electric trains.
Oh, you guys.
They don't look like it.
They'd
in
have the
pictures.
ting, ting, ting.
Trains.
All right, I wanna.
Oh,
And the rule I
What?
forgot is
Yeah.
I don't want to start. I just looked at my hand. I don't want to start there.
they'll change it then.
Put me on the river space instead. Thank you.
Ver.
Put him in the river and drop him.
All right, Nikki, what are you
In the
doing?
water. How? Because I'm really
that's all
not
right.
sure what I'm doing.
It's a very simple. You only have a couple options right now.
All right, so I'm gonna expand.
Okay.
That's 0
Yep.
money.
Yep.
And
So
do it.
So one of
Oh, I
these.
do it
I'm
immediately.
assuming you're putting it in the city where you
Yes.
are. Okay.
And take a waste
And
in your discard pile.
that's
Nope,
your
that's
your
your
deck.
woo,
Just keep it
I
face
don't
up
have
here.
a discard
It's okay.
yet.
Just
There
keep
you
it
go.
face up here. These are all going to go in your discard pile. when
All
you're done.
right.
And is the rest all money?
Yeah.
All right, so you have $4 to spend over here.
Ah, that's how it works.
Right. So you can buy 2 2s or a 4.
By 2-2.
Or a
At the
3.
ballerina shop.
A tutu.
Or a 3.
Probably I want like an express train or something like that. 2 express trains. Can
Well,
I
express
do it?
trains cost 3.
Cost 3.
Oh, 3.
This
So
is the only 2.
This
so
is
you
the
can,
only 4 is this mail train if you want that.
Mail train.
3.
So you can have any of those or 2 landfills.
2 dump trucks.
Let's do the mail train.
Mail train. So all that goes in your discard pile,
Okay.
and you draw 5 more cards from your deck. And Lincoln, you're up.
I only have cash, so.
You have $5?
Yeah, I've got $5.
Nice.
Show it. Oh, like, just throw them all down. 5 normal trains.
Well, all the 5s are down here. Or you could buy a 3 and a 2, or you could buy a 4. Or a 3 and a 2.
3 and a 2 and a 4 and a 2.
Or a 3 and a 2. There's all kinds of possibilities.
I am going to take a collaboration.
All right.
Collaboration.
Done.
I have, and Lincoln's going to take 5 new cards.
Yep.
I have 2 lay rails and $3.
Oh, wow. You got them both?
Yeah, that's why I went here, so I could go. I'm going to go here for free,
Right.
and here for free, and take 2 waste.
1 for each,
Right,
correct?
1 for each because I
Yep.
laid 2 rails,
I like your hand already.
and then I'm going to spend my $3 on an express train.
Yeah, gonna get the money. All right, I have a lay rails, and I'm gonna go to that spot for free, and I get a waste for that. I don't think I have actually. I moved my starting position. I think I did it wrong as well because I have this station expansion that I'm not going to use. I mean, I'm going to use it. I'll take a waste as well for the station expansion, and I'm going to build it.
You're going to build it and then pay more to go into it?
I'm going to build it here.
Okay.
It'll cost us all more. Well, I don't want the 2. I want the 3 because I'm going to buy a garage. And I am done. That is my turn. Nikki, I
Interesting.
get 5 cards.
All right, I'm gonna do what Aaron did, I believe, if I can afford it. Yes.
Because you got 2 lay
I
rails.
can lay rails, and I got $3 dollars.
But it's going to cost you money to lay those rails as well, because you're going to be laying them into
Yeah.
Well, or cities.
non-open terrain.
Or cities. But correct, not free terrain.
All right. I'm gonna go up here.
To that city?
Yeah. How
All right.
much is that?
That
then?
costs you 1 for the city.
1 for the city. So then.
And you take a waste.
Essentially, that's
Correct?
Right,
And you
that's
take a
the-
waste.
Take a
used,
waste.
and that goes there. And then. I'll just go this way.
Sure. And
that's
that costs
another
1. And you take a waste. And for $1, you can do nothing. So those all go in your discard pile.
Okay. Wow.
You do not have cards to draw. When you don't have cards to draw is when you shuffle. If you draw 5 and there's no more deck, you do not shuffle yet. You only shuffle and flip. You only flip your discard pile over and shuffle when you need a card and there isn't one there, as stated in the rules.
Okay.
All right, Link,
Okay.
what you got?
All the stuff that I didn't have in the last hand. So I will go into Ibaraki
Okay, that costs 1.
And a waste.
and a waste.
Yep.
And I will,
They should have just called this game and a waste.
and I'll do station expansion.
Okay. And that gets you a waste.
Seriously.
Trains, the game about filling your hands with waste.
And you have 1 more lay rails card you
Yes.
haven't used, and 1 more $1. So that kind of works out.
Are the rivers $1 or 2?
Or the rivers are also $1 if that's
Okay,
what you.
so
if
he can
you,
go
if you
to
want
any
to
of
cross
those
the
spaces,
river.
basically.
Correct.
All right.
All right.
So I have 4 trains and a station. So grab me a station, please, and put it in there.
Go ahead, Link.
And that gets me a waste.
And a waste.
And a waste. And then I have $4. So do I want to buy the mail train? I'll take the mail train. It costs $4.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay rails and go here for free. And take a waste, please. And then for $4, I will also take a mail train. End of turn.
All right. If I understand this correctly,
Go ahead and lay
I'm
them
going
out.
to use my mail train
Yep.
to discard 2 wastes, so that's $2 now.
Plus this one.
Plus 1. So you have
Plus
3.
Right now you have $3.
So you have $3.
3. Then I'm gonna do a lay rail and a normal train.
Okay.
So that's my whole 5 that I just drew.
Right.
Okay, so you have $4 in the lay rails.
Right.
Yeah. So I think I want to get over the river here.
And through the woods to grandmother's house?
So that's 3, you said?
Was this 1 or 2 for the river?
1 for the river.
So just 1.
Oh.
So you have $3. Take your waist.
And you have 3 more
And you
dollars.
have $3 more. To buy one of these fabulous
Marvelous.
prizes. This one's more money. These ones you have.
I think I want that pulling card.
I'm pulling for you.
Is
In the
waste.
discard.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
So I will lay rail.
Okay, that's
Do I want to do that differently?
if you want to play. Do you
I
have the
wanna do
collaboration?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's free to go there. It would normally be first off take a waste,
Yep.
and then that space is plain, so it's free. And because I'm there, it would normally cost you $1 plus a waste, but you're using collaboration, so that's done. So that's that turn.
So he took the base waste, but not the extra $1 and
Correct.
waste for your cube. Okay.
Correct.
And then I'm going to go into this town.
Yep. It costs 2.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That changes my move.
Yep. And take a
Build a
waste for
station where I
that.
wasn't.
And I don't think I can play that. So that's
Yeah, you can play it here because you don't have to pay the extra, but it
That's
still
fine.
costs you another waste. That's still a
fine.
3 waste turn. You're so
for
wasteful.
now.
Yep.
All right, I have 1 lay rails and $5.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got that express train going. I'm gonna go for free with the lay rails and take my waste.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna buy a landfill for 2 and another express train for
Nice.
3. Spend my 5.
All right. I have 2 waste, $2, and the lay rails. I was going to go there for 2, and now I cannot. So
Good job.
I will go here for 1. That gets me a waste. And I will not spend my other one. End of turn.
Boo.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
2 waste, lay rails, and $2. So I'm gonna go for free into the grass plain land
Take
there,
your waste for that.
and my waste, and then I have $2 left, and I want a landfill because
Here's
I
your
got a lot of
Well,
trash
that's.
going on.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're all gonna be doing that at some point.
Okay, so speaking of lots of waste and cost, I will do this
For 2, for the 2. Yep.
and I will be done.
Do you want to do the station expansion or not?
How do I do it? I don't
You
have
put
any
a.
money.
It doesn't cost
It's
money.
free.
Oh,
It's just
just
It
take
just
the
costs
waste.
you a waste.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll do that then.
in the waste.
Waste.
Nope.
And take a waste, as we
Well,
can say.
here's a waste that does nothing. I'm gonna lay rails for $1. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do this inefficiently because I'm gonna have an unused $1 anyway. Can I build? I can build anywhere, right?
Anywhere
to-
that expands from your thing.
No, for the station.
As far as I know, yes.
So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna lay rails for $2 in there.
You could have just done it the other. Because
I know,
you want to use all
'cause
your money.
I had an unused money otherwise. That was not gonna do me any good.
Okay.
So wait, I need 1 for the rail and 1 for the station.
Okay, so I have an station expansion, 2 normal trains, a lay rails, and a mail train. And my only real decision is, do I want to throw away the lay rails for the extra $1? And I don't think that I do, unless I'm getting another mail train. So I will. Oh, but I can't lay rails anywhere for free. Oof.
Yeah, free becomes real hard to do pretty quick.
Well, maybe I'm getting another mail train then. Nope, I'm not. I am going to do the station expansion here for that, and that gets me a waste, please. And then I will forego laying rails, and for those $3, I will take a garage.
So is it, mail train is 4?
Correct.
And you had 4?
If I didn't use the lay rails, I would have had 4 because I could have discarded it. But the thing is, what I wanted to buy was either a garage or an express train. Each of those were 3, and I didn't have a lay rails move that was free.
Right.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm. So what did you end up doing? You skipped the lay rails? Or?
I lost $1 basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Correct. I did not play the lay rails.
All right. Station and $1, 2, 3, $4. So I think I can get into Kaido.
Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoto.
That cost
Just
$1.
cost $1.
And then with my remaining 3.
Wait. You don't have a lay rails card, so that is not a valid action.
Station expansion means
You could go here,
placing one here.
take a waste.
Ideally, you should place it here to make it more expensive for Aaron, or not place it there at all to stop Aaron from coming in.
Right. Aaron, are you going to come in?
I don't know. Haven't made up my mind
Well,
yet.
right now it's not worth points, so maybe he won't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
maybe it should go there. But it can.
But I can't do it anyways because I'm
Well,
not
right.
in there.
She
and I
can
don't
build a
have lay
station or not. That's her
Right.
choice.
So I can do that.
Take
Which
a
takes
waste.
a waste.
Another waste.
And then you have $4.
And then I
To
have
buy
4.
a mail train.
So going into the 3 is also a laying.
Correct.
A track
Right, you need a
action.
green card to
okay.
do
To
that.
lay a cube. Yeah.
Got it. 4. That's worth 5. Those are both worth 5s. The green.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I could take a normal dude. The lay rails dude.
You could
You
if
can
you
do the mail
wanted.
train too, which is the one that you dump
She's got
cards
one
to
of
get
those.
money.
Oh, no, she doesn't have one of those. Maybe not. It's nice that it turns your waste into money.
Yeah.
No, I did.
It doesn't
mail
get out
train.
of your deck though.
No, but-
and your
And
waste
I've
has to
used
be
it.
with that card.
I know. Well, when you have as many as I've been getting, that would probably be good.
What were
Well,
this-
you're headed for probably a pass turn at some point.
Yeah, sure.
You're actually hoping you draw all 5 waste in one hand.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Sorry.
the gold card. What is that?
They're
gonna do?
just
are
points.
Straight up victory points.
They're probably
Don't want to do it
not
this
so
early
good
in
or
the
this
game.
early.
Early in the game, it seems tough. Unless your whole hand was mail trains. Then you can discard those points for money.
Because you deliver mail to the apartment in the skyscraper. It's so thematic.
I like that you made it thematic.
Give me a lay rails. And then there's nothing that's worth just.
Nope.
Nope.
Dollars are wasted.
$1.
Single dollars are charity
It happens.
donations.
Okay.
All right, Link.
Okay. I have only 4 cards.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask you that. Why did the one card you chose not to use your last turn?
Yeah.
It would have cost
you
me $1.
discarded instead of just keeping in your hand and
You can't do
drawing
that. There's
4.
no keeping. You always discard all your cards and draw 5.
Right.
Oh.
Cards that don't get used. You always are, whatever you do or
And how
don't.
did he end up with 4?
He's just
He didn't draw a 5th card yet because he had to reshuffle his discard. He could have done that while we were taking our turns, but he
Got
just
it.
saved
he
that.
just wanted to look at his discard pile.
Well, no, I was doing it. You said I couldn't do it, so I was just saving it to when I could.
No,
do it.
you can all. What I'm saying is, if you
He's saying right now, when I've drawn 5, I can't shuffle this to form a new draw pile immediately. I have to wait because
those
my
cards
other
are-
stuff.
correct, but at the end of your last turn, you could have shuffled your deck and drawn one.
Yeah.
Okay. Waste. Station expansion. I don't even know if it's worth it. I can't do it if I don't.
Not where you
Worth
are.
it. Yeah.
So for $3, what do you want to do?
Let's do that.
Yes, more money. Express train. That's probably the smart thing to do. Aaron did that right away. It's probably smart. I never want to do that. I never want to
like
do it.
that. I
It's
think it's a
smart.
good way
It's
to build
totally
it.
smart.
All right, I have a mail train, so these are worth $1 each,
Nice.
so I have $5.
Nice.
And I think I have to take collaboration, but what does the maintenance factory do? Yeah, collaboration's going to save me some money.
That's
All
why
right,
I thought.
$5.
That's why I took. I'm like, it's already crowded here.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to go through
Yeah.
all this stuff.
All right, so I'm going to start by playing this garage. That allows me to draw 2. I don't have a discard pile yet. So I don't have a deck. I don't have a draw pile.
You do have a discard pile.
I don't have a draw pile. So I'll shuffle, I'll take that one, I'll take that one. Boom. And now I have to throw away 2. So
It could be waste.
they are in fact immediate waste. And that leaves me with $5. So I will take for $5 the early train. The early train. Done.
So is it more likely that we won't run out of cards? The game will end regardless without decks getting too thin, except for maybe these kinds of things?
I've only played the game twice.
Okay.
I have seen the game end with 4 piles happening, and I've seen the game end with someone running out of these. I have not seen the game end with those going away.
That's exactly the 2 endings I've seen as well.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
All right, let's see it.
I have 2 waste.
Okay.
I have pulling and no discard.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
That blows.
I have a layer rails and I have a station, but I have no
money whatsoever.
That's
So
a
the
done-
station, you can build a station, it doesn't
Right.
cost you anything but the waste.
That's it.
Or you can get rid of 2 waste.
You can throw away those 2 waste.
Right.
You can do nothing
Oh,
and
then
discard
nothing's
2
a
waste.
pass, right.
And they're totally discarded?
Yep.
They're
they
back
go
here.
back to the pile.
Oh, I like that.
They don't go out of the
Yeah.
game. Yep. It's probably your best
Yeah,
move in that case.
I'm going to do that. So these go away,
And that's your turn.
and that's my discard.
I'm sorry that happened
The
that way.
pull thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Hey,
pretty
look at
bad
that.
draw all
Look at that.
around. Oh,
Return all
Nice.
cards from your hand to the... I guess I just do that.
Wait,
play the card.
Wow.
He's playing landfill
right?
and throwing out 3 waste.
Wow, nice.
Nice.
Although it's essentially the same thing as a pass. Really.
Exactly.
Well-
because then he has $1 left. That he
Right,
can't
but if he'd
spend.
had say a limited express train
Sure.
and had $3, he could still do something.
I'm just saying this turn.
Yep.
It's
That's
the
it.
exact same.
That's a
thing
quick
with
turn.
that.
There
All right.
are many. I'd say about 20-25% of your turns are fast like that.
Yeah. I also have 3 waste, but I got a mail train, so I have $5. on this.
Where are the
How
female
dare you?
trains?
How dare you sucker us in like that? How
It's a little
dare you?
reversal of
How
expectations,
dare
wasn't
you?
it?
How dare you?
I am going to copy Dave and take the early train, which is a money upgrade and lets you put stuff
All right.
on top of it.
I am going to lay rails for 1. That gets me in here. And I take a waste, please. I am going to then play a station expansion to go here, and that also gets me a waste.
Yep.
Sticky fingers.
Wow.
And then I will use this mail train to throw away this waste, and I'll take a landfill, because it's the only thing that's worth 2.
Right.
Done.
Sweet. All right. 2 waste. Landfill. So those go away.
Yep.
Then I am going to. Can I do that?
Yep.
Lay rails.
Yep. You can go
Can I
into.
go into Kaido yet?
Yep, absolutely. It costs 1, and you have exactly 1.
Kyoto.
Kyoto.
And you take a waste for that.
And I get one of my wastes back.
This is another beautiful hand. So I will probably just buy a landfill card.
For 2? Okay.
That's the exact hand I have. But I am going to collaborate and build a rail.
How do you do that without lay? Oh, it's a lay rail.
It's a lay rail card.
Did you want to do it? Take your hand
Yeah,
back. Take your turn
I
back.
forgot that.
That's why
what
it's
it
green.
is.
No
Yeah.
worries.
No, I know, but I was like, oh, I wish I had a lay rails card.
You do. Where would you
I
like to
don't know
go?
where I want to go though. Nothing's cheap. I can go here, right?
That costs 1. Correct. Do you have $2? Mm-hmm. You can go here for $2
Okay, let's do that.
and not worry and not have to pay for me. And that's good. That's
Collaboration, right?
Yeah, and that's points, and it gets you here.
Yeah.
So and you get a waste for that.
Done.
Okay. And so with the same hand, I'm going to go here, which is 1 waste and $1, right?
It's $2.
$2.
It's $3 to go in there, except that you don't have to pay for Nikki. So it's $2.
Because it's 1 to go into the city and 1 more for
Correct.
this piece of wood.
Correct.
And I'm taking the 1 base waste,
Right.
but not the extra one from Nikki.
The collaboration prevents you.
So I
Correct.
spent my whole $2 and I'm done.
All right. I'm gonna play my garage. Draw 2. For some reason, I always get the garage when I need to reshuffle my deck.
You could see that in your hand and actually just reshuffle ahead of time, since you know you're playing it first.
I might not play it. All right, and now I have to get rid of 2. I will, I guess, get rid of these 2 wastes. And then I have another waste which is not going to do me any good. Lay rails and $2. No, $3. Sweet. I will buy another garage. Not lay rails. Done.
I believe I have $5 here because I got the mail train. So
Mail train.
Change waste into money.
It
Yep.
does.
Does it
right.
ever?
Turns
1,
anything
2,
into money.
3, 4, 5.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. I'm thinking collaboration.
All the cool kids have one.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I've got lay rails and then $4 in a waste. So let's put that over there.
And that costs 1. So now you have 3 left. And you take a waste for that. And you have 3 left.
Just do that again.
All right.
I have $4. Station, please, over here. And that costs me a waste, but no money. And then I can lay 2 rails. That's an extra waste if I don't collaborate.
Yep.
The mountains are $2 to go into?
Correct.
Unless you have a tunnel.
Unless you have a
Correct.
tunnel.
Tunnel is the one that makes those cost nothing then. But they make you, all right. I want to spend all my $4 if I can. I feel like I should, but the only way to do that is go through mountains. Let's see. That was getting worse.
That amuses me.
Why?
Because I like it. It's like this thing where I
I'm
gotta...
just going to go 2 and 2. That's my $4 builds, and I need 2 more waste for that.
Okay.
Done.
All right. Garage draw 2. And I get rid of 2. And I will get rid of the station expansion. These 2 wastes, I guess. Which then makes my landfill useless.
Nice. Maybe those garage
red
cards aren't that fantastic.
Nah, it's okay.
1 or 2 maybe, but what do you got? 3?
I am
No,
going
he's got
to lay rails for 1 to here. And for that I take a waste, sorry. And then I will station expansion in... I will not actually do that. I need to go up into, what is that? Takarazuka? Takarazuka. Put me up there, please.
Nope.
You were there, yes. And I will then do the station expansion where I just built, and I get another waste for that. End of turn. And again, another wasted $1.
Aww.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Okay. Waste. Laying rails and paying 3 to go into Atsu.
Oh, she's going to the
Yep.
bonus.
So
worth
then
3
it's
points.
just 3 points at the
And
end
a
of the
waste.
game or whatever.
You get a waste for that.
You take a waste for playing the card.
Waste for going in
No,
and a card?
no, just
Just the card.
Just for the card.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, you're good.
So I can get rid of 2 of these, which is worth it.
With landfill.
Yep, and then lay rails, and I will go here.
For 1 and a waste.
Yep.
I have $4, and I'm going to buy a mail train.
Mail
Oh
train.
man, I'd like to buy a mail train.
I have $5 and an early train, which means anything I buy goes to the top.
So you should buy what you want to use right away.
I feel like if I buy collaboration, then I'm going to buy another early train. See what happens.
Early train. Okay, I'm still shuffling my cards.
Me too.
I'm sorry,
They're pretty
Me too.
full of waste now. It definitely
Yeah.
takes some time to shuffle.
Okay, so I already had 1 left from that. 1, 3, 4,
5.
5.
She's underdealing for herself.
And
overdoing.
let's see, what can I do? Well, use that right now, because that just is going to be the way it is.
Shuffling the trains. Shuffling my
Again?
trains.
I hate that card. I hate it.
Really?
Oh, pulling? You got pulling again?
Right at the beginning.
Right at
that's
the
all.
beginning.
Sucks.
So first of all, I got waste, so
Yep.
I'm going to do my landfill, so I just get rid of the 1.
Yep.
And then I got pulling, I have no discards. And
Do you have a mail train?
then
You could throw pulling into the mail train too.
I have not,
She
it's
doesn't.
in my stack. And then I got a normal train, which is 1, and a station. But I don't, well,
There's nothing to do for 1, so you might as well station expand.
think, yeah, but I don't have a lay. Oh,
No, again, remember, station expand is just putting one of these in a city you already are.
Okay,
Or,
well-
or any city, but preferably one you're in.
right. Okay, so let's go to Fancy
Yep.
Town. Fancy Town.
That, and you garner a waste for that, ma'am.
I do.
Fancy town.
That little
So
symbol
I
right
got
there.
it back.
Yep.
Bye.
zero-sum waste.
Right. You didn't gain any that turn.
Yeah, but
Link?
I got this beautiful landfill.
I know.
I'd like to dump a lot
That's
of
why
stuff.
you didn't gain any.
Got 1 waste and 3 in collaboration. So I'll go to Takarazuka.
That costs 2.
Yep. I'll put it here.
Yep.
And in a waste, right?
Yep.
And
There's nothing to do for 1.
yeah, I don't think so. Got water all around me.
I have a pretty easy turn. I got a landfill, so I'll throw 2 waste away, and I have $2, so I'll buy another landfill.
All right, garage, draw 2, discard 2. And the 2
And choke on them.
the 2 I'm going to discard are this landfill and this waste.
Nice.
Because I'm going to use the mail train to turn this other waste into $1, plus this in the early train. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the early train allows me to take this and put it on the top of my deck.
Ooh.
End of turn.
Fancy.
He's a fancy pants.
That was pretty sweet.
All right, lay rails. And I got $4. So that gets me into what?
I'm just laughing at my hand. Go ahead.
Going in to the mountains, yeah?
Here?
Yeah.
That's $2.
2.
Right.
So there's 2 of my dollars
Take your
to go
waste.
in there.
And you have 2 left.
And I have $2 left.
Would you like a landfill?
Um,
That's all that there is for $2.
yeah, I'm gonna take that because
Because you're
I'm a trash generator.
having problems with waste.
I am. Oh, done.
Okay. So again, I've got a lot of waste, but I have stuff I can do, I guess. So I'm gonna do a station expansion here.
Yep. And take a waste.
Yeah. And then I'll go here, I guess.
For $1. Sure. Might as well get up there.
All right, I've got some waste. I think I'm going to use my collaboration without collaborating, just as a regular lay rail.
That's what it
So
is.
this is going to cost me $1 plus 1 waste.
Yep.
And then I will use my other $3 and buy a second station expansion card.
Ooh, look at you.
I'm thinking I need to build some
All right. I have $5 and 2 waste, and I think I need to get it on the Collaboration Act with all the cool kids.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Okie dokie. I have another horrible hand. 2 wastes, 2 lay tracks,
And $1.
And
and $1.
Wow.
So I'm gonna do that do nothing thing
Yep.
and get rid of my
Yep.
2 waste.
That makes sense.
Done.
Well, I have the big $3 because I have landfill and waste.
Well, at least you get rid of it. That's nice.
Yeah. I'm not getting pulling because Nikki's not heading.
Oh, I know. She's really scared us off of that card for now.
Well, Garage or Express Train are the only 3, or pulling, yeah, there's only $3
Station
cards.
expansion.
Or these.
Money.
I better have bucks, man.
I got a sweet hand. That's perfect. The mail train makes all these into money, so that's
Nice.
$4.
Nice.
This makes 6.
Oh, and you can
And
put,
it's the early train, so I'll take the big
boo.
money and put it right on top of my deck.
I have sort of the inverse of that. My hand is 4 waste and $1.
Oh, no.
That's actually great. I will just
That is
get rid of
actually
all of
great.
these.
Yeah.
That
so
is
much
my,
better than 3.
That is my entire turn.
All right.
Although it makes my mail train less worthwhile.
Yes, it does.
2 waste.
was fun.
My mail train turns that into money. I'm
Yep.
thinking collaboration, but I'm not really, unless I want to go in like here.
Well, you don't have to collaborate. It's just it's
could
also
just
just a
be a
lay
lay
rails
rails.
card, right?
okay.
I bought
Oh,
mine just to
okay.
make it a lay rails card. To be honest with you, you have $4 and a cent and a collaboration.
Oh,
You go right there.
yes, exactly. That is what I want to do.
right.
Absolutely.
Give that lady a waste.
Over here?
Can
Yep.
we
Ooh. It's a beautiful remote
Take
destination.
a waste.
take a waste?
Whoa.
All
Rails
waste?
probably no, a lot of money.
Oh, nice.
Done.
$6 plus a lay rails.
Nice.
Um,
You were due a lot of money though.
Yeah.
I will spend $1 if I can. I don't even know if I can. No, I can't. It's all water if I want to spend $1. So $4 gets me. I want a mail train, right? I've been wanting that forever.
I don't. Can you explain what you mean when you say it's all water?
Around me, right? Or
Oh,
trees,
rivers.
which is
Okay,
expensive.
thank you. I'm like, well, remember, river's only $1.
Right, but when you only have, when you're trying to, I'm just trying to save as much as I can
makes
to buy
sense.
a best card as I can get.
Well, you don't have a free spot, right? You don't have a free lay rail spot.
Not
So
unless
you
this is
could
collaboration.
Right.
The only free rail spots now are down here.
Yeah. Let's just do 6. I'll just not use that this
And take the
time.
limited express.
That one?
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
Or the early train. No, let's just do that.
I know that early train seems to work for Dave.
It does.
It worked that time.
It works when you can buy something
Listen,
good.
if you were able to, let's say you had one of these,
Yeah.
and you had a pulling, and you were able to play this, and then pull it out of your discard and play it again, everybody in us would go, I gotta get one of those pullings.
That's actually what I'm hoping to do.
Right.
Because I'm about to buy
true.
a second one of those.
Okay.
I'm going to build a station. Just please, someone give me a station and put it over here in Nara.
Take a waste. Take a waste.
waste. And then I have 3, 4, 5, and the mail train makes $6. And I'll take another limited express.
All right.
And now, that I have 2 of those in my discard pile, pulling becomes a lot better.
All right. Garage draw 2. Discard
At least I hope.
2.
Unless I draw it like Nikki every time right off the top of the deck.
I will discard. Oh, interesting. I'll discard a waste, and and I'll lay rails. Garage draw 2.
Always out in the garage. What's he doing out there?
Discard 2.
It's in the garage.
Am I getting rid of all these lay rail cards? That seems like such a bad move. I will discard this lay rails. And this normal train? That's what I'm gonna do. So I have a station expansion and $2 more, basically. So I will do a station expansion here in Kyoto, or Kobe, sorry. And I get thank you. I get a trash for that. And then I have $4, but for 3, I will buy a garage.
Why do you
Another
have $4?
garage?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the garages. I forgot they did the money.
Uh huh.
Thank you.
1.
All right. Waste mail train. And then, so I got $4.
5.
You have 5.
Oh, because
mail
that
train.
counts as
Right.
one in its. Oh, that changes what I was gonna do. Want another collaboration? No, I need money. 2 and 3. I am gonna take an express train and a garage. Let's see how that works.
You have
out.
6?
Oh no, I'm sorry. And that's 3. I need something for 2, which is the only landfill.
Early train's 5 if you want to spend your full 5.
No,
Okay.
just give me another landfill. We'll see what happens there.
Okay.
We'll see what it goes on.
So I think I'm just going to discard this hand because I don't have any place that I can go for 1.
Oh, you got 3 waste. It's a great time to do that.
Yeah.
Right. It's pretty common.
I think that's a pretty good move. I've got a waste. I'm going to lay rails. I know I've asked you this twice already, but the river is $1 to play into the river. I keep thinking it should be 2 for some reason.
Yep, I understand.
So, all right. So that's $1 and a waste, please. Oh, and I should spend the $1. And then a second lay rails, which I'm going to waste $1. This is just going to actually, I'll go here. That just cost me, I'll spend the full 2. I'll take the 2 points right there. And another waste. Not going to waste no $, spend it into a $1 space with a 2. Go, Dave.
I have $5 with an early train, and I will take an early train. A train on top of my deck. Done.
This could be.
Oh, hang on. I just saw something.
Uh-oh.
I could put the pulling on top of my deck. And then
you would know that the early train was in your discard pile.
I got too fancy. I out-tricked myself. Go
You
ahead.
got fancy?
Yeah.
This would be great if I was next to somebody. So first my landfill.
Yeah?
So
Gets rid of 1.
Gets rid of 1 waste.
And you're going to get it right back in 2 minutes. No? Okay. It's all right.
I have a station with a collaboration
And lay rails.
and a lay rails. Well, so if I was near another person's dealie,
Yep.
that would be great.
Yep.
I'm not.
You can go here for free
Right.
with your collaboration if you want.
Right.
And that's about it.
Yep.
Yeah. See, it could be more wonderful if I was.
Or
near
she could build a
somebody
station, and
else's-
she could build a station or a station.
Yep.
Right?
Do those?
They're worth points.
They're points.
This is scoring 0 points right now,
Okay.
and that's scoring 2.
Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. I'll do that.
And that
That's
takes
this.
a waste.
That garners you a waste, as I like to say.
You win 1 waste.
I win.
But you can't buy them.
Right.
And that's
If you want to do the collaboration, you can go here or here for free.
right.
You will get a waste by doing it, but you can do that.
I do, even if I got
The waste
There's
is
always that
on the
one.
card, see?
on the card. I'll take another waste because I need to get out of
You need to
Yeah.
to
I'm like-
spread.
Yeah.
Hemmed in.
surrounded by myself. I need
Yeah.
to branch out. So I get another waste.
Okay, I got the landfill, which is nothing for this turn. And I have 3, and I have collaboration. I can get in here, right?
Yes, it costs you $1, $2, $3.
That's what I thought.
Perfect. And a waste.
Wait, I thought it was 4. Isn't it 1 per piece of wood?
Collaboration.
Right, but
Oh,
collaboration cancels that.
Thank you. Sorry. And
No,
it
do
pays
I
just-
take waste on that?
You take
Yes,
the
you do.
normal
Oh,
one.
one waste.
The normal.
That's it.
You don't take an extra. It's easy to tell if you take a waste because if it's on the card, you take the waste.
It's always on the card, right?
Correct.
There's no non.
That is correct.
All right. Landfill gets rid of 2 of those, and then I have $3, and I'll just take. Do I do go for the pulling? It's not going to happen until I cycle through my deck one
Now
more
that you
time.
have the money,
I'm going to do it. I got 2 good money trains. I got to take a pulling.
good luck, player.
I hope it works out.
All right, I play garage and draw 2. I will get rid of these 2 wastes. I will play garage and draw 2.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I will get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will get rid of this waste and this mail
Garages
train.
are so fantastic, Dave.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if I want to lay rails.
Sometimes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in the lay rails. I will go. Oh, and an early train. So whatever I buy goes on the top of my deck. So I will go here for 3 of my 7 and a waste, please. And then I have $4 left. I will buy a garage. Put it right here on the top of my deck. Done.
All right. I got a landfill, so I'm going to get rid of 1 waste. Ta-da. 2 lay rails and a normal track. So 1. So there's nowhere I can go for 1. So.
Yeah, you can go into all these rivers for 1.
Yes.
Oh, I thought there were 2.
Nope. The mountains are 2.
Believe me, I had the same thing in my head
Good
earlier.
heavens. Well,
It's because the planes are free, and that's what sort of throws you, right? The river is plus
gotta
1
be.
on the plane, but
start advancing. Now, is that we're 3 since it's
Yeah, it's got 3 rivers.
3 legs
No,
of
but
a
it's-
river?
it is
River Stadium.
it is where they're
All you got to do is build 1 bridge.
You do get a waste for that, though.
All right, whatever. It's unavoidable, clearly.
Well, here, you could go here for free. It doesn't really get you anywhere, but
Yeah, but I want to get, like, that's
Yeah.
close to
Yep.
cities.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And points. and
well, you're already
such.
close to this one, right? Up
No.
there.
Oh, yeah. But she won't.
Go ahead.
Whatever, I'm done.
Yep.
So I have $7.
Ooh.
Nice.
Waste. So I want to buy a mail train and a station expansion.
You can do that.
And for years, I've been just mailing this waste around the country, but I'm finally going to pass a turn and get rid of 3 waste cards.
All right. Garage draw 2. I will get rid of, believe it or not, these 2 normal trains. And I'll play garage and draw 2. And I will get rid of this waste and this normal train. And then a garage and draw 2. And I will get rid of this landfill and this. Ooh. If I get rid of this station expansion, I can't really expand anywhere, can I? Okay, I'll get rid of station expansion. So I have that. And $3. That would cost me... Okay, so this costs me 1 and a trash, please. And this, I have 2 left. That would cost me 2. Okay, I did that backwards. This would cost me 2, and this would cost me 1, right? 1 for the city, 1 for the thing, and I don't pay for Lincoln. So I need 1 more trash, please. That is my turn. End of turn.
Okay. Hey, look.
1, 2, 3.
My pulling's gonna work this time.
Yay! Nikki P.
Oh, nice.
So I have a waste and a pulling and 3 normal cards. So I'm gonna pull my mail train. Where is it?
Or the express train.
Looking at it. No.
The express train's...
More money.
The express train's worth more.
3.
No, it's not. It's going to get you 1 extra. You can't take the mail train for the pulling because you used it.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't know that. Or
It's believe it or not, it's the same because the express train is 2 and the other one is 2.
All right.
It's the same 2.
Here's my express train. There it is.
It's more fun though to take the bigger train.
All right. So I
you have
got
5.
5, which, boo, I thought I was going to have 6. I think I'm going to try a tunnel.
Tunnel.
Yeah.
Boom.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, 2 waste, tunnel, a lay rails and a normal drain. So I will build a station expansion here.
Take a waste.
Yep. And I will go here.
For 1 and a waste.
Yep.
All right, landfill gets rid of this waste, but don't take it back. Don't move it very far yet. I'm gonna lay rails for $1 into here, which gives me a waste.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna build a station there, which gives me another waste.
Boo to you.
Oh, come on in. Oh, boo to
I
you.
know what it is.
Come on into Namba, Dave. I made it nice and inviting for you. I didn't just triple the cost for you out of spite.
I have $4 in an early train. I will just take this express train for that. Put it on top of my deck. End of turn.
I'm still shuffling again.
That's fine.
Hurry up.
Jeez.
We crack this up.
Okay, 2 waste. Do I want to get that? I think this is unfortunately going to be wasted.
So to speak.
Express train and a station.
All right. $2, an station expansion, and a build.
So, is it beneficial for me to build another one in one of my places?
Absolutely.
Because this one is 8 points if there's all
Right,
3 stations.
if there's 3 stations.
Right.
So I wanted
You can't build any more in here. They only hold that one.
1.
Yeah, you totally want to build another one up
Yeah,
there.
okay. And that's...
Just a waste.
That gets you a waste. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Station expansion is free. So you can still build.
Yeah, for I don't have the money.
You have $2.
Oh, I thought.
And if you build on mountains, it's free. That's what your tunnel gets you.
Right. But.
You can build here for free.
Yeah. Which will get me closer to that.
You can build here for free. Oh, you can't go through
No, I
that
can't
line.
go through
I
that
apologize.
line. But it gets me closer to that star.
Yep. Get you close to both of them. That gets you a waste. And in theory, you still have $2 to spend if you want to spend them.
It's waste business.
I know.
Well, 2. So the only choice I have is landfill if I want to do it. So I'll just do it.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. I have $5 in lay rails and a station expansion. So I'll do a station expansion here.
Nice.
That's discarded. Now to... You know, I'm going to get a collaboration.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, here we go.
That was on the list of things I thought you might do, right? And not lay the rails and just spend the 5.
Here's the greatest turn we've all been waiting for.
5 waste?
Mark the time.
5 waste.
Are
Mark
you
the
ending the
time.
game?
That's the greatest
No.
turn.
YouTube users, you're going to want to come bookmark this spot.
Okay.
Come right back to it.
All right, crazy.
I'm going to play a mail train and discard these 3 cards.
Nice.
So I have $4.
Yes.
I'm going to play an early train, so I have $6.
Right.
And I'm going to put 2 pullings on top of my deck.
Oh,
So I know exactly the 2 best trains that I'm going to pull out of my deck next turn.
that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
That's
It's
awesome.
pretty good.
Whereas I am going to play, I'm not going to actually play my garage. I'm not going to take the action of it.
You're just going to use the $1? Wow, you have a $7.
Don't know that I want to see these next 2 cards yet.
Fair enough.
Oh, God. All right, I talked myself into it. I'll probably just discard them. Perfect. I'll discard this and this. And I'll play this. Wait, I don't have a station to expand in, do I?
You're insane.
All right, whatever.
You're yellow.
You got a 3rd one over here.
Nah, I'm not going to give him 4 more points.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm going to take this, though, this Limited Express for 6, and goes on the top of my desk because the early train. So there you go, done. End of turn.
Ta-da! All right.
I need to be in more cities is the problem.
Here's an odd thing.
Tell me the odd thing.
The odd thing is I have a landfill and I do have a waste, but I think I'm going to use my mail train on it instead
Okay.
to get 1, 2, 3, 4,
Sure, I just
5.
mail trained a station. It works.
Yep.
5. Can I also use that as a lane?
Not if you
Not
mail
if I
train
turn it
it.
into that.
Right.
Got it. So I'm not going to do that.
So now you have $4
Now I have $4, so I'm going to go into there.
for 3. And a waste.
And a waste.
Nice. Actually,
And a waste $1.
oh, yep. And a waste $1.
So I finally mail trained to do that, so I have $5. Give me a tunnel.
There, sir, is a tunnel.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Your turn, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right. I have a Limited Express train. I have pulling, which will pull the early train out of my discard pile for that. And I have pulling, which will pull...
The big money card?
No, just an express train. So I have $7
Nice.
and a waste and a lay rails. So I think I'm just going to...
And whatever you buy goes on the top of your deck this turn.
Correct. So I'm going to buy a Limited Express train for 6.
Yep.
And then 1 lay rails
And a waste.
with a waste.
Nice. Garage, draw 2. I will get rid of this waste and this waste. Garage, draw 2.
Yeah, this garage combo is
I
working
will
all
get
right.
rid of this normal train and this garage. Garage, draw
Jeez.
2. I will get rid of this waste and this lay rails. And now I have collaboration and $6. So that cost me $3. 1, 2, 3, and a waste because of the collaboration. And I will buy a garage. End of turn.
All right. 2 waste. Pulling. 2 normal trains. So I'm going to pull my express out. So that gives me
$4.
$4. And for the $4, I'm going to buy, I think, another mail train.
Mail train.
Yeah, I think that's a good deal.
Okay, well, I have $6 plus a lay rails. I'll do this
For 1.
and a waste. And then I will take an early train. Let's try that.
I have $7 and no actions. Ooh. So I think I'm going to go all in on this pulling strategy.
But
Take
they don't
2.
go on the top.
Nope,
Right?
but there I got
I love it.
more in the deck now.
Early train 1, 2, 3. Mail train 4, 5, 6. Limited Express, top of my deck, end of turn.
I wish. I want that one. All right. I have 2 landfills that do me nothing, and a train, and the lay rails, and a collaboration. So I have 1. If I use that collaboration to go, this is 2, correct?
It's with collaboration, yes.
Yeah. Or it would be
It
3
would be 3
if I
with-
didn't have
right,
collaboration.
right.
So if I go into here,
It's 0 with collaboration.
oh, even with you in it? No, with you in it, it would have been,
It would have been 1, but
1.
with collaboration it's 0 plus a waste.
okay. Can I go somewhere else with collaboration?
What do we need? A collaboration for one?
She did a collaboration for free.
Yeah.
There aren't any for a... Well, there's this one for a 1.
That's
but
one for a 1.
Oh, no, that's her.
No, she's green.
Oh, yeah.
Green.
It doesn't really
Blue,
get you
it's
anything,
nothing.
though. Yeah.
Okay,
No.
done.
Unless you're trying to run out your rails and end the game.
No.
Plus, you would get an extra waste for doing it, which you don't necessarily need to do, right?
I sure don't.
Right.
Okay, done.
Okay, so landfill, get rid of these. And then collaboration, and I'll go here.
Okay, for 2.
Yep, and a waste.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did I screw that up?
No, I'm planning my turn. I just don't know how I'm going to spend my money exactly here. I guess I'm just going to... I'm going to waste all that money?
You said waste.
Yes.
I don't want to waste that much money. It's a lot.
I got the same problem. I have $7.
All right. No, I'm going to lay rails for $1 and a waste. And then I have 1 with a mail train to $3, and I'm just going to buy a station expansion. Got a good hand. Got a good hand. It's so funny that you
I have
can't keep
$7.
Buy one of the $6 cards.
That would be the thing to do. I'm going to buy 2 garages.
Oh my
Jeez,
gosh, with
really?
the garages. Aren't they kind
He's
of
ending that
clogging
stack.
your
Yeah, but he's
hands?
also just like no, but they're the opposite of clogging his hand. They just always let him draw away from the crappy
And
stuff.
they're $1.
Yeah, and they're $1. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But you see, the problem is you have to then discard. I've discarded good stuff sometimes, right?
But you're still getting to.
But I am
other
cycling through my
You're
deck.
cycling through your deck very quickly.
Okay.
I believe I've seen Dave exploit this strategy before.
It wasn't the garage, it was the other card we're not playing with.
Okay.
I'm like all over the place, but I don't think I'm scoring a ton.
Is it Nikki's turn? Yeah, I have fun in these games, like building my deck and like, oh, I'm gonna get this card, but I sometimes forget to score.
I'm trying, but I just
Right.
don't know. You know, it's like, should I buy one of these cards? I mean, I haven't had 8 yet. If I had 8, I would
No,
just do
I don't
that.
think any of us have. But it's
But I've
gonna
had
start
7.
happening.
I had 7 last turn. If I had 8,
I had 7
would-
twice in a row.
If I had eight,
It's like if I had 8,
absolutely.
I'd have done it, but it did
all
not
would have.
happen.
Of course, I have a waste. And lay rails and $3. So I'm going to go from here into here.
Okay, that costs
And I'm
1.
turning back on myself again now.
Don't turn back on yourself.
Please.
That's going to be
No Philip Collins.
That will cost you $1, $2, $3.
3.
It will get you 2 waste, but it will also get you 2 points.
This gets me nothing until
That gets you 0 points.
deals on it.
Right.
I can't handle more waste, man.
Well, here's the thing. You have 4 left, 5 left. How many of these
Oh,
do you
I
have left?
have 2 in my hand,
Just
so I have
6.
6
Okay.
left.
All right, and Lincoln's got 5. So we're not close to the end of the game, but we're getting down to it.
Okay.
To the extent that an extra waste for a guaranteed 2 points might be worth it. You certainly, if you get a station expansion card in your hand, can play it there still if you want. Or going to a new city allows you to place a state. I mean, here's the deal. If you go in here for 1, are you going to spend the other 2? Are you going to buy another landfill? Or are you going to just do nothing
I'm
with
not
it?
going to buy another landfill. I have enough.
Okay.
So I should just burn the money and go in here with...
Or here, that also gives you a station expansion opportunity here. This could be worth 4 points by
but
the end of
it's
the game.
going in on
And it gets
myself
you-
again. And
Well, this doesn't really expand you anywhere, right?
yeah, because of the block.
Right.
You're correct, sir.
This at least gets you to these and this.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same move, right?
Right, same money.
Yep. All right, so you get, that costs you 1, 2, 3, of what you have.
3.
You have to take a waste for the lay rails, and because you're in with Aaron,
Aaron, another waste.
the first non-collaboration move
Right.
into somebody I think we had this entire game. All right, Link.
Okay, lots of waste, but I don't
Ooh.
think. I think I'm going to try to do something. So if I do a station expansion here,
Right.
let's just do that.
Okay.
Gives me a waste, sadly. Another waste, and then I have 2, which sadly I don't get to use that for anything exciting. Well, I guess I could do. No, what would I do for 2 besides
Just the landfill. That's the only 2 this game. There are other
Although
2s. We just didn't. They
Yeah.
just didn't come out.
That's okay. I'll just waste it. Sad, I finally got one and didn't get to use it that turn.
I have a useless pulling, a useless landfill, and I have $5. I'm going to buy a tower
Oh, I was just gonna do that.
and a waste.
You still can.
And I win a waste.
I'd like the YouTube watchers to make note of that turn as well.
Because it's the first victory point
No,
purchase?
just because of your
Just because it's... all right.
Just because
Oh,
I enjoy your uselessness.
Yeah.
Sniss. I have $6 in the lay rails. I don't have a $1 lay rails that I want to do, so I will just take a tower
And a waste.
please. Thank you.
I'm shuffling.
Off to Buffalo.
Yeah, here we go. I'm sorry. This may not be the best shuffle, but all right. 2 wastes turned into $2.
Yep.
$3.
So that's
So
3.
then I got 3, 4, 5.
You want to buy a tower? All the cool kids are doing it.
I do actually.
That's only what I'm going to do.
Wow, that's great. And a waste. Don't
Take a
forget the
waste.
Well, we're
'Cause I
getting
got nothing.
towards the
Yeah.
end of the game
got
too. I
waste.
think it's
Well,
important.
yeah, you got
right?
$5 in an action you can't
$5,
take. No
yeah.
action, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Take it away. Well, no, and earlier we were buying collaborations with that, right?
Right.
Now we're just nice. That's hilarious.
all right.
That was great.
I have $4 in a lay rails. I'm just going to spend 3 and go.
Oh, you.
All right, garage, draw 2. I will discard this waste and this waste. And I have 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take another tower. I will not be using my early train to put it on top of my
Oh,
deck.
you don't have to.
No, and a waste, please. Thank you, end of turn.
All right, 2 waste, $4.
That's the title of your autobiography.
It is.
waste,
$4. I think actually I am now gonna buy an apartment
Oh.
for 3. So I wasted
And a waste.
$1.
Yep.
And you get a waste. You win a waste with that.
Win a waste.
Hey, I can build finally. So I have collaboration and tunnel. Well, for tunnel, I'll do that.
Okay, that's free, but you get a waste for that.
Yes.
Oh,
and,
look where he's going.
And I'm going to go here, I think.
Kyoto, that's scores your most points.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm looking.
It would cost 3.
Yeah, I have it. I'm just trying to decide whether tunnel I already did.
You know, for what it's worth, if you played the collaboration first, well, you could use your tunnel with your collaboration and also go here for free if you wanted to.
Oh, that's true. Let's just do that. That's more. Well, either one.
It means you have to use the collaboration first.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'll go over here. That cost me 3,
Yep.
and I waste a doll hair.
And how much waste? Did you get 2 wastes from that?
He took 1 already. You need to take 1
We'll
more.
get 1 more. Oof.
Aaron,
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I want to. I have a lot of money, but I don't know what to spend on.
do you have $8?
No, I have 7.
I was gonna say.
Hey, that's just like Dominion.
Aha.
I may just buy the tower anyway. Well, that's all right. I have $4 because the mail train makes the waste, and then the pulling does turn into $3 this
Oh,
time.
nice.
So I have
Look at that.
7, but I don't have anything good to spend.
Buy 2 garages.
No, that's a Dave move. They're going in my discard pile. That's right. I'm just going to buy a tower and waste
Buy 2
$2.
stations.
Okay. Did you take a waste for that, please?
I did not yet.
I hope that's either all waste or all something exciting.
It's exactly the same play he just made.
Garage draw
It's
2.
like-
It's like, yeah, it's like, what's 7?
I'll get rid of that. 1, 6. Do I want to play the garage and draw 2? I do. Garage, draw 2.
Actually, now I wish I had some garage in my.
I'll get rid of those
Because then I
wastes.
could potentially get an action in my hand.
I have $10.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Buy a skyscraper.
I will buy. No, I can
Or
only
2
do
towers.
I can
No,
only
it's-
do 1 of those.
2 towers is the same 4 points. I will
With-
buy a
with an extra
skyscraper and a trash. And for my other $2, God, is it worth putting a landfill on top of my deck? It really isn't. I'm going to do nothing for that $2. Done.
I'll do
Okay, I'm doing the nothing move. because I just have $1.
Get rid of
get rid of
three
three
wastes.
So I'm going to get
Are you
rid
sure
of
you
3
don't want a
wastes.
tunnel someplace for free?
I don't
You
really,
can't really-
have anywhere.
No.
Yeah, she's already done.
Wow,
Surprisingly.
she doesn't actually even have a free tunnel.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's okay. I got so much waste in mine.
Okay, well, $7. Sadly, I'm going to do the errand. Do the errand.
Just spend 5 with your huge $7 hand.
And take a waste.
It kind of sucks. I have, all right, pulling becomes $3 again, and then I have another $3 in my
Oh,
hand.
that's a lot. That's lovely.
It's working okay. I'm going to lay rails here for $2.
And a waste.
Oh, look at you go. Silent killer.
I'm going to buy
What
an
the-
apartment for $3 and a waste.
Okay.
And then I have 2 station expansions.
Nice.
So I'll put them in these places where only I am.
And
so
please
far.
take 2 more wastes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
a
nice.
4 waste turn.
So you got a lot of points though.
Yeah.
Garage draw 2. I'm going to get rid of this landfill and this normal train. Garage draw 2. Ooh, I am going to get rid of this mail train and this. Hang on, I gotta do math. I'm sorry. If I get rid of this station expansion, I will have $4. Here's the deal. I'm going to play collaboration, so I want to go someplace. That's only going to be 3. So if I do that, I'm okay. So I will do that. I have collaboration, and $3 gets me here, right? Because that's 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. And nothing for you because
just
of
the one
collaboration.
waste.
And a waste, please. And then I'm going to give my good friend Lincoln 4 points. Here you go, Lincoln.
Hooray.
You and I each get 4 points.
And another waste.
And another waste, please.
He took a waste for me to get 4 points.
That's pretty self-sacrificing of him. He really likes you.
I do. End of turn.
Nice. Okay, landfill. So I'll get rid of that guy. But I'm going to gain it back.
All right. So
Oh,
it's
no,
gone.
actually,
no.
I'm not going to gain it back. So 2, and I got a pull, so I'm pulling my express. So I have 4. I'm going to get a station expansion. And that's my turn.
Okay, so I have mail train that gives me $4 and collaboration.
Sweet. Perfect. Take a trash.
Yeah, waste.
Waste.
I pass and discard 3 waste.
All right. Garage draw 2.
Lincoln's down.
I will get rid of this waste and this. Does lay rails do me any good? If I want to lay rails, does it do me any good? It does not. I'm going to just lay rails. Like this garage draw 2. 1.
Wow, okay.
That one's
I don't
fun,
want to
though.
see. That's the beauty. Is I'm going to see.
Well, no, you got a good thing you do with it.
I know. I think I
least
think I
one
have
thing.
to do it. I think I have to do it.
But that's just funny.
I know.
I've been waiting for the 5 though.
Yeah.
And I have to discard 2 of these. I will discard this waste and this waste. And I'll play garage and draw 2. And I will discard this waste and this waste. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and an early train. I will take a tower, please, and a trash or waste. Done.
I don't think I can do anything. I'm not sure. So waste, 2 landfills and a waste, so that's going away. And then I've got a collaboration and a station, but I don't have money unless I can
don't need
place
money
it
Don't
for
need money
stations.
for station expansion.
Oh God! Can I please get that straight in
No,
my head?
there's only 10 minutes left in the game. It's too late.
All right,
If that.
that's 1.
So you can give Lincoln 4 points, or you can give Aaron 2 points. It's probably better for me to do it.
Or herself 4. You also need to frame it that way.
Well, yeah, she's obviously.
She's kicking my butt. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but
I think she's kicking
I can't
everybody's butt.
go everywhere else I am.
I don't know
is
that she's
1.
kicking your butt anymore, actually. You
Right.
You just got 4 points for me, and you just moved into 4 points for there. You're doing pretty good.
So is that 2 towers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I want to do that? I don't like choosing between who's going to get points.
Don't do it at all. That would be dumb.
I
good
need
for her.
points.
I would agree.
Yeah, you get more points here.
But you
That
have
is
no
4.
you have no money, right?
That's
She has
what
no
she's
money.
saying.
Yeah.
That's why
so
she
the
can
collaboration doesn't help.
Throw out the landfill or the waste.
Got the landfill.
And that's it.
You're green, right?
Yeah. Unless I can
She got
just...
4
You could
points.
build
No,
here for free, but it would get you a waste.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. All right, Link.
That's not dumb. I mean, she could get down here, right?
Okay, so I've got some goodies, but not greaties. So I'll put that over there. Well, I can't build there now. She was going to get it free from me.
Oh, sweet.
Ah.
Look, and I did that one too. Do you have another 2 spot somewhere?
No,
No,
I'm
all the
up
2
here.
spots
It's
are
all
on the
down
edges.
south.
Yeah.
Did you have a... Oh, no. Well, you can lay rails first.
To go somewhere?
Can you get somewhere and then
I
expand?
don't think so. Can't get. It's going to cost me too much to get into any place.
Yep.
I can collaborate here, I suppose, and get towards there.
Yep. You can collaborate and then lay rails into there.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Do you have money, right?
I have $2. It should be enough.
Collaborate, then go there, and then station expand. It's perfect. Collaborate's for free.
Yep.
With a waste.
With a waste.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lay rails for 1,
Okay.
which you have.
He's
That's
out.
a trash.
And a trash.
Oh, and this is the last turn of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And you
He's
expand.
out.
And yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Beautiful.
Oh, and that's it.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you should end the game or not,
I know.
but you probably should because
Oh, yeah.
my money deck is finally there.
Yeah.
Right.
It took me a
We're
while to
all
get there.
buying yellow cards now. It's
Yeah.
probably a good time. All right, and then this is what Lincoln was laughing at. This is my next hand. I do have one
does have
action. I
standard.
would have gotten 2 points.
Oh, nice.
But it was the first 4 waste hand
Yeah, I
or
was
5
waiting for
waste
the
hand.
5.
That was nice.
Yeah, mine was going to not be... Mine was a landfill with 3 wastes.
Wow.
And lay rails I could do nothing with, so...
Mine was going to be, I had $6 and I was going to just buy another tower. All right, so let's do the on the board points.
Okay.
All right, you ready? All right, so 3 for red.
Sorry.
Nothing. 2 for red. 4 for red. 4 for red.
I think Aaron's going to win.
No way.
2 for red.
I think I'm
2 for
way
red.
behind.
4 for red. I guess I should just leave it there.
I think that's it for all.
No,
4. Oh,
2 for red. Yeah, Aaron doesn't actually have a lot of points on the board, and the points that he had on the board are not that great.
Okay.
Do you want to do your hand cards now
no,
or
let's
wait?
keep going.
Okay. 2 for green. 3 for green. 3 for green. 8 for green. 4 for green. 2 for green. 2 for green. 2 for green. That's it for green, right? 4 for yellow. 4 for yellow. 2 for yellow. 2 for yellow. 8 for yellow. 3 for yellow. And 4 for yellow. And then 8 for blue. Whoops. 4 for blue.
Did you just drop this one into there? Or is that
No, 4 for blue.
Well, that's a 2. So
2,
say
sorry,
the right
2 for
number.
blue, thank you. 2 for blue, 2 for blue, 2 for
Wait,
blue,
okay.
4 for blue, 2 for blue, 2 for blue, 2 for blue, 2 for blue,
Oh,
8 for blue, and 4 for blue. See, I told you, dude, you were doing great.
wow.
You were totally doing
Well,
great.
I don't. You guys have some cards. I only have.
Yeah, no, look. I have 5 points in cards. Here's
okay.
my final score.
8, 10. Oh, so close.
Well, and then another 4 for me.
Yeah.
And I got another 3. Woo!
Yeah, once you got there, you were kicking all of our asses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, if Nikki doesn't go there, you're going to do it anyway. But even if she doesn't, it doesn't make any difference.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to do that, right?
Right. So it was going to happen.
Yeah, thanks for giving him 4 points, Nikki. He was clearly the winner.
So, Nikki, what did you like?
Could have
about this
helped. I
game?
told you it was better to help me. I was not wrong about that.
No, you weren't.
No, but I would have been giving myself some points, but I don't.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered because Lincoln was going to go there if she didn't.
I know. Right.
Well, I did like this game.
Yeah?
When you laid out the map, I was kind of like, this is a small
Tight.
map. There's not a lot of, I'm used to train games with hundreds of hexes on them, so I wasn't quite sure how this was going to end up playing out. But I liked it, and it wasn't a problem.
Well, what makes the map not what makes the map small but large in a way is that unless you buy a lot of these, you can only ever expand once per these cards. You start with 2, and if you don't ever buy anymore, you only ever have 2, right?
Now, I don't know if that's because I played, this is my first game, but in some cases I was really disappointed that most of the time I only had $2 and I kept buying landfills and I didn't have much of a choice
many did
of
you
buying
have at the end
anything
there?
else.
Right.
That could be just because this is my first time playing and I need to manage that better. But I didn't like that there wasn't another $2 card to get.
Right.
Or a stupid $1 card for whatever reason.
I don't think there is a $1 card in the deck, but go ahead.
Let me see.
I don't even know if there's that many twos.
There are a couple other 2s.
Landfill?
But again, right, if they come out randomly,
there's a
like
7.
there's a 7 in there,
Yeah,
there's a
I don't know
$7
if
action card.
There are no one. There's like 4 or 5 other 2s, but there's no 1s.
Right.
Okay, like your 50 million garages seem to work for you, but my 4 landfills.
Well, it's a difference of
4?
1, right? That's the problem.
Right.
Believe me,
Seem
I
like
got
too
stuck in
many.
it. I was like, I'd like to get a garage. At least it's
4 is
shuffling your hand up.
probably too many.
Too many. It felt like too many.
It's the trade-off, right? Because these cards in theory clear out your deck, but if you have too many of them, then these are gumming up your deck. And when they come up
Right.
with no waste, it doesn't do you
Yeah.
any good.
Plus,
So
they don't
that
give you
was-
$1.
Right.
Which
yeah,
is,
they
I
don't
mean, at
even
least
give
this you
money.
can reshuffle them back into your hand and then get something
And
else,
get a
right?
buck out of them. So maybe I would go for, 2 landfills is probably enough, and always
How
buy
many
something
wastes did you have at the end there?
that at least earns me $1. But then again, I never had like 3, right? I had $2 and that was it. And do I just want to waste the money or do I just want to get a card?
How many wastes
How
did
many
you have?
wastes did I have?
I had 14.
Yeah, you probably have a lot less than the rest of us who don't have 4 landfills.
I had 16.
Okay.
But
I didn't get to convert them as to much stuff. That mail train, I think I only got that near the end and only got
Well, it's
to use
funny,
it once.
some of these cards, like the garage worked for me most of the game. But there was at least one turn where the 2 cards I drew were not the ones I wanted to draw. Because
course.
now I have to
I
discard
liked
2.
his little trick there of putting stuff in the top.
Well, knowing that you could put 2 pullings and draw that stuff
exactly.
was nice, right?
If I had been able to do that a little earlier, it would have really helped.
Well, there's something to be said for,
What did you have, cutie?
go ahead.
I had 9
Oh, yeah.
wastes.
I have 14.
Yep. Okay.
14.
there you go.
Well,
So
but I
that's
think in some cases I didn't throw away the waste because I had the
Mail
mail
train,
train,
yeah, yeah.
and I converted
But
it
the nice
into
thing about the
money,
mail train is you
so-
can throw anything away. It doesn't
Right.
have to be waste. It can be other things that you just can't use that.
But
turn.
it was zeros.
Yeah.
Right.
And I felt like if I had the mail train and a bunch of waste and a landfill, I felt like I needed to use the landfill to really get it out.
Right. I bought the mail train, was one of the first cards I bought, and I actually found that it
Didn't help you.
didn't help me as much as I thought it was going to, right? But it was the only 4, and at one point I had $4 early on, and I thought, okay, well, this will turn my waste into money. But because I ended up later going the garages, which was not my intention from the beginning, it made the mail train almost useless. Like I bought cards that went against each other in a weird way. I mean, there's something to be said for a game in which you are doing deck building.
Well, I like that interacting with this.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's really, really genius because I like Dominion, but I don't play it like other folks do. This is way more interesting to me.
Right, and this collaboration card that you bought early, I thought was huge for you. Was one of the main reasons I
I
think
ended up
that you...
having, I think I had a few of those, and I had the tunnel. So I mean, when Aaron was saying I didn't have a lot, I was like, well, I kind of do, and they're kind of cheap,
Right.
you know.
Well, and you ended the game by playing all your cubes. I pulled some off. I think those are the ones I pulled off when I scored, but I had 9 cubes left when you were out. I was not concentrating heavily on the board because about halfway through the game, I thought, I'm just going to go for money and see
Try
if
to
I
buy
can
those
and see if I
cards.
can buy those cards. Yeah. Now, if I had done that maybe 2 turns sooner,
Yeah, you would have done better.
it's standard, right? You
Yeah.
you can't.
Well, it's when you can flick the switch, and sometimes it's not really the right time. And you know, you learn that as you play the game more.
Right.
When it's time to stop building an engine and start making money,
So
spending money.
expand a little bit on what you mean by pulling the switch or flicking the switch.
Well,
Because I
just-
think it's a central
In
decision
all of these
to all
games,
deck
yeah,
building
you just
games.
basically have to reach a point where you're like, okay, enough of trying to get the synergy going to be able to do things necessarily on the board and start focusing on getting points only. And that's what I did here, right? I was like, okay, I've got now I have these collaboration cards. I have the tunnel card. was able to, and Dave thankfully pointed that out. That's
Right.
what won me the game, right? That's 4 points right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was here, but that was what didn't win it, but it was helped, and that's the kind of thing.
No,
you
it
need
did. It totally did. That
Yeah.
4 points. That 4 points was big because it also pushed you towards.
Yeah,
ending the game,
I had
right?
enough things to do stuff, right? I had
Right.
I had purchased, I think, 1 station expansion, and that was beneficial too, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna do that if she didn't, and that, at least I figured out something by going over here, right? Is what we ended up doing. But it's neat. But yeah, you definitely do. It's difficult, right? You have to learn. I mean, obviously, some people probably have the ability to just sense that when it's
Sense
time.
exactly
Yeah,
when
it's
it's
like, hey,
time,
I
right.
better start doing that now. And I'm not necessarily great at that. I know that there's many games where
I think it's
you got to just finesse it a little bit.
it's
to
one of
figure
my
out.
it's like one of my blind spots in deck building games, and it's a skill that you almost need to develop, just to know when to. When I was really proud of that move where I got those 2 pulling
Absolutely.
cards and put them on top of my deck.
was genius.
But it might have already been too late.
Right.
That was just tuning my deck to get my money into my hand. But I ended up only buying 3 victory point cards. It was already too late for me to.
You bought one big one, right?
5 points. No, I didn't. I couldn't get a
He
big
did
one.
though, right?
He did, yeah.
Skyscraper, yeah.
So I missed the spot where I probably should have pulled that switch and started either laying lots of rails to get into the places that were worth lots of points, or
I was
buying
shocked
these
that
a little
I
ahead
guess
of
it's
time.
just not enough money that nobody kind of went into those.
Well, they're only 2 points, and it's going to cost you multiple actions, multiple waste,
Okay.
and multiple turns probably.
And for me, I can tell you that around halfway to 2/3 through the game, I thought you were doing really well. So part of the reason I didn't go in there was I felt like my way to catch up to you was to go where Aaron was. Right.
Right.
I came down in here. For one thing, there are more points.
Well,
but
and
they're
they're
also
difficult though because of that. That was
right.
one
But I
reason why
got
I didn't
both.
even try to go there.
This space got me 8 points. But it also got me 8 points that you didn't also have.
Right.
So at first I didn't care, but by midway through the game, I thought I have to start getting points that Lincoln didn't
involved
get.
in, yeah.
And as far as pulling the switch goes, I think, and again, I don't think any of us do this because part of what we like, I think, is just diving in and playing a game.
Yes.
But there's something to be said for you can take a couple minutes and look at the array before the game starts. And the people who can really know how this game works can maybe see the path of, like the great Dominion players do when they see when the array kicks up. You can see this plus this can get me on this path, like a money path. Like this collaboration card, if it doesn't come out, it's a whole different game, right?
Right.
If you had to pay to go into all those spots
Absolutely.
where everybody was,
Yeah.
so maybe you do something completely different.
Yeah. Was that one that you wanted to add because you felt it interacted? Got
No, I
players?
think Dave decided to add that one.
I wanted
like
to
how
have
there's
two. I wanted to have make sure we had at least two different green
builds,
cards.
yeah.
Oh, okay. What was the one they recommend for the
Landfill.
first time you play? Okay.
Landfill. But
Because
here,
you have to have, this is one of the central problems and genius bits of the game is the waste. Every time you expand on the board
Right.
or buy these victory point cards, you get generating this waste. And you have to have a way to deal with it. So if you don't have any cards that deal with it, then you're just occasionally gonna pass my turn and discard 3 waste. But I like that there's
I was worried because I
there
did that 2
can
turns
be
in a row.
multiple
I was
ways
like,
to
"Ugh."
deal with that. You can have landfills to get them out of your deck, or you can have the mail train to just turn them into semi-useful.
I actually got
cash.
lucky that I had that one hand where I had 4 waste.
Yeah.
I was able just to waste.
Instead of having it
waste the
come up
turn.
1, 2, 3 at a time.
Yeah.
Right.
I only did that once where I had a 3.
I think I did.
I only did
that's-
that once when I had a 4, but that's also because
I
the
shouldn't say
garages
only did
got
that
me
once.
through.
The time I did that 2 in a row, I had one where I absolutely did that, and then one that I thinned it out and couldn't do anything with what I had left, I think. So
Yeah.
it was kind of like, I was a little worried because it was late in the game to be maybe doing that, right? I don't know.
So here are the other 2s that we didn't have, just out of curiosity.
Okay.
So Station Crew is choose one. You either draw a card or you get a buck, or you draw a card, get a buck, or return a waste to the deck.
Okay.
All right. So that's
it can do any one
Kind
of
of
those things.
works
Right.
for
It's a wild.
signals. Draw a card, then look at the top card of your deck, and you can either discard it or place it back onto your deck.
Oh,
Okay. So that gets you a card in your hand.
get you through
Again, none of these get you money, right?
Okay.
None of the bullet train does get you money, but only if you have a normal train also in play. Otherwise, it's nothing.
Blank.
So it's an augmenting a train, essentially.
Right. It turns your normal train into a bullet train. And then
Only normal? Could it be
Only
any
no,
of-
no, only normal.
Only normal.
No express.
So it's
okay.
Correct.
it's a, yeah.
And then the conductor station is discard any number of cards from your hand and then draw one for each. So that's
Kind of like the
That's
garage,
kind of like
but
the
a little
garage.
bit
It's
more
pretty. It
powerful.
lets you rip through your deck.
it doesn't have the dollar on it. That's why it's different
Yes.
from the garage.
The garage is neat with the dollar, man. I
Yeah.
was pretty impressed.
And here's the other thing that's where it's not like it's nice in the sense that you discard and then draw, but the garage lets me draw first and then discard. So I often discarded the 2 cards I drew from the garage, right? This doesn't give you that flexibility.
Right.
But it's also $1 less.
It's interesting. The deck changing is drastically going to change interaction on the board.
Like Dominion or
Yeah.
Kingdom Builder or any of those games where it's a different array of cards or a different array of goals. It changes the game every time.
Yeah.
I like also how there's one card that we all just decided wasn't going to work for us, and no one bought this. Maybe
Yeah.
I looked at it a couple times.
Never.
That was
we
the
all
one
just
that was
decided
one you wanted.
I know. I decided it when we wanted it in the game because I had played a game before where it seemed very useful, but we all just went for the building cards and the early train, and no one ever did that.
So that one just gives you, if you play a train card, it'll automatically give you another train card?
Right. So like I have my 3 in my hand, and I get another one in my discard pile.
Right.
It's not coming. It multiplies it, but it's not coming back for a while.
But it doesn't gain you waste.
No.
That's
That's
true.
kind of shocking.
But it's also
it almost feels like it should gain you waste.
It's also a $5 card, and it might not always be useful.
Yeah,
you know?
true. Yeah, you have to have a train in your hand.
Yeah. But you usually have
Yeah, of
something,
course.
but still.
Some hands are definitely that. I mean, I was definitely train rich a couple times.
This was the card I think, Aaron, that I bought a lot of the last game we played, the passing station, which is just draw a card.
And it's
No, I
worth
think
$1.
it was
The garage?
No, the other one. The other $2 one. Yeah, I think it was the garage, Dave.
Or the conductor station, maybe.
It was one of, or both of those together.
Here's a couple cards that were interesting that are sort of different. This tourist train, which just gets you a point every time you play it. So
it's $1, but it's also
it's like a normal train, but it's got a victory point on it.
That's pretty good.
This holiday timetable, which I sort of like. So you spend $3 to get it, and then you trash the card, meaning you get rid of it out of the game.
Oh.
And for that you get $3. So it's like banking $3. And this is one of those cards, much like getting pulling at the beginning, where you are almost assuredly going to get this in your hand when you don't want to use it yet.
Yeah.
And then it's just useless, right?
Or
Unless you have
could
the mail
train it, or
Right.
just discard it and
Right,
let
it depends
come
on
back
what's
later.
with it, right?
Right.
And then this control room for 7, which you, I think, the game you won when we played, I think this was one of your, or I played somebody who won.
Somebody did,
Who
yeah,
had
I
like
don't-
2 or 3 of these.
Right.
It's just draw 3 cards.
And you get a huge hand of cards every once in a while.
I thought you had like 2 control rooms.
I think it was that bastard Ryan S. Davis.
And he kept drawing 3 cards.
And I got one like right at the very end of the game when it didn't matter.
He kept drawing 3 cards and it got him a skyscraper like every time. But yeah, I think the thing that I really like about this game is I like the hybridiness of it. I like that when Dominion was a big hit, a lot of people were like, we gotta do our own version of Dominion. And there were a lot of like Dominion clones. Some of them were fun and some of them were like, eh. But I like this. This is sort of taking that system and trying to find another way to put it on something else.
Yeah.
And I like the board play.
I like the interaction. It
I
makes
want
it
to
a
see
much
new
more.
boards. I'm sure there's going to be new
Makes
boards.
it
in the
much
expansion.
more interesting than Dominion for me.
And it takes all of the take that aspects out of these, right? None of these cards have a take that aspect.
Right.
The only take that could possibly happen in the game is just beating someone to a spot and making it more expensive. Or figuring out a way.
But it's not that more expensive.
It
Because
isn't.
collaboration can help negate that.
But you don't always have collaboration.
Exactly, of course. I'm saying
Right.
could.
Yeah, but that's literally the only way you can mess with somebody in this game.
Right.
Is to beat them to a spot.
Well, I beat Dave here. I felt bad too, but it was like
No, I built that one. I mean, that was just dumb. I started in the wrong place at the beginning again. I moved it to a different wrong place, which was hilarious. And I just thought, whatever, we'll figure it out. And I was determined not to buy collaboration, and I ultimately had to buy it.
It turned out to
Well,
be a great
especially
idea.
being over
you really
here.
have to.
Right.
you kind of had to have it.
Well, I didn't intentionally do this, but once the game progressed by the 3rd or 4th turn, I actually thought to myself, I wonder if there's a way to win by doing as little building as possible. And I think like a lot of games, I needed to just commit to that.
Right.
And actually build fewer spots on the board and just see if I could build a straightforward money deck.
And just buy as many
Right?
as possible.
If I could get garages and express trains and early trains and just stuff that would get me to things, and just see if I could keep going skyscraper, 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 and use the garages to get me through the waste.
It's $8 though, man. That seems like it's
It's
a little
pretty
tough.
Right.
You really need like 2 of these and a way to get them into your hand.
There's
a lot.
10 of these cards in each deck.
Yes.
And I believe I'm the only one that bought garages. So I had 8 of these.
Wow.
I thought you bought a garage.
Nope.
No? Okay.
And what was nice about them was that the garages often got me my next garage, right? So it was a way of getting through my deck.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
interesting.
I almost want to do that next time.
Just to focus on one
Not build
strategy.
on the, I wonder if you could just not build on the board at all.
Wow.
And just money. But again, you'd have to have the right mix of these.
Yeah. Like,
Yes,
I
I think
Dominion
missing out
so
on these
much,
things
forget this board.
is
But
risky.
look, I mean, there's 40 points here.
Yeah, it's huge.
If he's the only one getting
You
them.
won with 44 points.
Yeah.
I don't really know what an average score is in this game, but that's probably not too far off. It's probably somewhere in this range, depending. So
So if
I
you
mean, I've
have,
heard of people scoring really high in this.
I have heard of people trying that strategy just to go for the big money and
Yeah.
not build a lot. I can't say if it's
whether it was successful or not.
or better or worse than any
Right.
other strategy.
well, what I like is that the random nature of these 8
Determines everything.
means that any before game strategy that you have in your head potentially goes out the window depending on what cards come up, which is nice because you don't want people going, well, I'm going to just do this before the game starts. So like, I'm just going to do this and win.
Yeah. And there's another side to the board. Did we say that?
No, you want to flip it over?
What is it?
Make a big
It
mix.
just changes the mix a little bit.
Yeah, it's different city locations and
So
remote.
this was a lot of singles, like a lot of 1 cities, and the 2 big ones were apart from each other. And the Tokyo side puts the 2 threes sort of together with this sort of point rich, and there's nothing but doubles. Much fewer singles. So the station expansion cards,
And the mountains are all on the perimeter.
yeah. So the station expansion
it's a
cards
lot more
often give
open
you more to
space.
do. And they're in theory the same. The rules don't say play with this one side is easier than the other. They just say they're both different. They both give you a different experience. So they're in theory the same difficulty.
Yeah, when you were choosing the sides, I'm like, are you sure, Dave? Is one just 3 players and then another for 4?
I wanted to put the 2 3 cities on each side of the
Yeah.
board.
Well, I'm
this-
just saying I looked it up myself
Oh yeah, to see that they
to
weren't.
make sure.
This almost feels more like the better side for 3 players in my
for
opinion.
3, sure.
Have you guys played this side yet?
I think so.
I played both sides, but I can't
Can't recall.
Yeah, you
I can't tell you like, oh, this was better than the other. I mean, it's just different, right?
Right.
And again, this side of the board plays differently depending on what these are.
Right. Of course. Because this is definitely like a collaboration side board, right? Think about that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of these that you're going to want to get into, and it's going to be expensive if you don't have collaboration. So if it's not there, that might be rough.
Well, they're all kind of like that. You know what you did, though, that was really cool that I haven't seen in the now only 3 games I played? I've seen very few people buy more of these 2 cards, the ones you start with. Like, when you bought another station expansion, or did you buy another station
I
expansion?
did.
Yeah, I thought, that's cool. I haven't seen anyone do that yet. It seems like it's so unsexy to buy a card you start the game with for free.
Well, you notice I didn't get a couple spaces. It took me too long, and I'm like, I gotta get it before somebody goes in there.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it more expensive for somebody to come in.
But
if
you want to
anybody
score
did,
them. They
and
were
I
worth
wanted
0.
to score them exactly.
It was a really smart move, actually, and it was very cool to see you do that. I dug that.
I felt like it had to happen. I was like, is there any other card that does that? I mean, is there any other card in the deck that does?
Stations?
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, so it's the
As far as I
the
know,
most basic.
none of these
yeah.
do that.
Interesting. Yeah. I was wondering if one of these down here did it, and I'm like, no, that's the tunnel, and I know collaboration doesn't do it.
Well, it would be purple.
Yeah, it would be purple,
And
right?
it's not purple. So.
Is that the only purple card? It must
Yeah.
be. Yeah, that's neat.
All right, well, that's trains.
Well, thanks
Okay,
for teaching us,
I
Dave.
enjoyed it.
Sure.
We need like a secret signal. We do. Just like it's like just like
it's like in the
just like when you're doing this or something, it's like I have something to say, so stop when you come to a stopping point.